Today on the Drive Channel, 6 things that I don't like about my Aston Martin Vantage, and 1 honorable mention. So the first thing that is sort of odd about this car, and is a little bit annoying, is the reverse gear is actually very tall. So the only times that I've ever smelt the clutch in this car is when backing out of a parking space where I kind of nosed it in down a hill. Also, recently I had to back down a sort of an alleyway. I couldn't turn around, and it was very narrow. So the entire time, all the way down this alleyway, I had to feather the clutch, and was, theoretically wearing the clutch a little bit while doing so, because I could not just let the clutch completely out. I would have been going way too fast. And it was so narrow that if I got it wrong just by 6 inches in either direction, I could have seriously dropped a wheel off and damaged the car. So I had no choice but to feather it the whole way down. So that's kind of an odd thing. I mean, why would you have a tall reverse gear? In fact, most of the time when you reverse, you only have to go like the length of the car. So I don't understand why they did it that way. So that's a little bit annoying. The second annoying thing was that I realized right away after buying the car was that the pedal placement was not good for heel and toe downshifting. Now, I have a whole video on heel and toe downshifting, what it is and how it works. And in that video, I talked about how I had to modify this car. I had to modify the gas pedal, because the gas pedal is just too far away from the brake. And before I modified it, I just wore really wide shoes. But that's really annoying if you have to change your footwear depending on what car you drive. So I did find a really cool pedal that is shaped like a lowercase d, and that really made a big difference. In fact, it's been great ever since, but it's kind of annoying that for a car that's 100% focused on the driver, this is a 911 competitor, that the pedal placement is sort of suboptimal. A lot of people will talk to you about the nav system in this car. Now, the nav system in this car, of course, it's a 2007. Of course, it's going to be terrible. But what's more annoying than that is that in addition to it being designed basically to get you lost, it also has this feature where it pops up, and the gears on that are prone to failure. In fact, mine were broken as well. So it's a very inexpensive fix if you do the work yourself. You basically just have to buy new gears with a stronger plastic, and it's like $14. But it's a little bit nerve-wracking when you're prying off this waterfall center console piece. I mean, I was sweating bullets when I was doing it. And then when you do, it still doesn't really go up on its own. So if I hit the button now and wait, it's trying to go up. It's trying, and the motor is just too weak, so I have to kind of help it. And now it kind of gave up, and it's going back down again. Yeah. So that's a little bit annoying. But again, most people aren't even going to use a navigation system from this age car, so it doesn't matter. But it is a source of rattles, and rattles are my third complaint with this car. So this car has a K40 radar detector, which is built in. So it has little LEDs underneath the temperature and the gas gauge, and those will let me know if it gets a radar signal. Now, unfortunately, it lets me know every time I drive by a car that has park distance control, particularly the ones that have it on all the time. So that's annoying. But because the car's instrument binnacle was clearly taken apart by somebody who is not with the Aston Martin factory, and it was put together, it was probably not put together well. So when I hit certain roads at certain speeds and certain frequencies, the dash will rattle a little bit, and that is super annoying. But that may just be my car. Other things that are annoying about the dash is this car, as you can see, has the Chancellor red interior, which is lovely. I have a very subdued exterior color in silver, and my interior color, I wanted to get something that was a bit more interesting. And when you get a colored interior in this car, it is all colorful, including this large expansive dash in front of me, which is basically like the size of a pool table. The problem with that is, of course, glare. So you will tend to get a lot of glare. Now, you could easily combat that with a pair of polarized sunglasses, no big deal. But just keep in mind that if you have the lighter color interior, you're probably going to get a fair amount of glare with the car. Likewise, when the sun hits it in just the right way, this piano dash center waterfall, as they call it, this is actually known as the waterfall part of the dash, will glare like crazy. Like sometimes if the sun is in just the right position, it will shine directly in my face and be somewhat blinding. So that could be a little bit annoying. But if you have like a dull carbon fiber or the standard gray, matte gray paint, probably not going to be an issue for you. So one last thing that I have, which is more of an honorable mention. So the honorable mention. The honorable mention is fuel mileage. Now, I always said in this channel, I'm never going to talk about fuel mileage because I don't care about fuel mileage. That's not what these types of cars are all about. However, I will say that relative to the performance of the car, the fuel mileage is unbelievable. So if I were to scroll over and look at the mileage that I've gotten just since talking to you, starting on this journey, I have gotten 10.8 miles per gallon. And you've been here with me the whole time. I have not really been on it very much. I've been talking to you. So 10.8 miles per gallon for a car that's, you know, not really that powerful, 380 horsepower, is pretty astonishing. So I think that's at least worth a mention. But those are the things that are kind of annoying about this car. And before anybody beats me up too much in the comments, just keep in mind, I own this car, I bought this car. I'm not getting rid of this car. I love it. I love my Aston Martin V8 Vantage so much that I see myself owning it forever. In fact, I just recently bought a Ferrari. This car is not being replaced by it. That is a additional car. So yeah, this is going to stay for a long time. I absolutely love it. But like any car, it has things that are suboptimal. So I thought I would share them with you today. So thanks a lot for joining. Please subscribe. I'm getting more and more subscribers. Feel free to comment. I get such great comments from all my viewers. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video.